Hi, I'm Cithryth, and welcome to the second vlog that I've ever done. This is obviously the first Patreon-only vlog I'm doing, and I hope it works, and, like, I don't mess up permissions or whatever. As of right now, I still only have one patron, hi Tom, but hopefully in the future there will be more, so they can also enjoy this vlog podcast thing. So, since my last vlog, I've finally gotten a job of sorts. I say of sorts because it doesn't pay much yet. I started applying for jobs on a freelance site, and I managed to snag one writing reviews and articles about indie games. So, the bright side is that even though I am not getting paid very much, it's something I already really enjoy doing. And it also means that sometimes I get free game keys, so I can review games. I've had the job for a week now, and I've gotten 3 review keys, which is pretty cool. So far, they've also all been really cool games, which is good because I'd rather not have to write reviews saying mean things about games. The game I'm working on a review for today is called Secrets of Raetikon. It was in alpha since January, I think, but it had its full release April 17th. I say full release, but apparently the game that is out and available is actually just the first chapter they have. They have 2 more chapters planned that they'll work on depending on how much money and success they get from this first chapter. I only found this out after beating the game, by the way. The ending made me really, really mad, so I'm not gonna spoil it, but I did do some internet searches afterwards because I was just so mad about it, because it just didn't make any sense, and I found out about the whole chapters thing. So it's still kind of frustrating because the ending is definitely a cliffhanger, and it really sucks to put the game out without actually finishing the story, but I can understand why they did that, but it's still frustrating. So this brings me to my games industry, game development discussion part of the vlog. The topic of the day is early access, Kickstarter, and generally funding for indie games. So funding for indie games can be really tough, especially if the developer is new to the industry, but even if they aren't new to like the gaming industry, it can still be really hard to scrape together funds to pay for other people, like other people whose service you need, like art or writing or extra coding, whatever, you know, other people who have different specialties from your own. Not to mention being able to feed yourself and your rent and take care of any dependents you might have. It's, you know, it's a thing to consider. So I really like the idea of platforms like Kickstarter and Indiegogo and, well, I guess Patreon also falls into that category. It makes me happy that indie games can state their case for their game and people with money can help make that happen. For the most part, these systems work, and it's awesome, but sometimes things go awry, and sometimes it's not even really anyone's fault. So, for example, the game Towns. It was one of the first games accepted through Steam Greenlight, and although it wasn't actually, like, tagged as an early access game, because early access wasn't a thing then, when I bought it, I was totally fine with it being that way. It was obvious that they were still doing lots of updates and stuff. But as, you know, and as time went on, there were lots of more updates, and I do believe I got my money's worth out of it. However, eventually the developer stopped updating, and he didn't really provide any explanation. People got really mad, because, you know, some people had just bought the game, or, like, you know, it wasn't marked as an early access game, but it was still obviously feature incomplete. And finally, after a few months, he came out and he said that he was just too burned out on the game, and he would not be working on the game anymore, which obviously made people very angry. And if you look at the Towns store page on Steam, you'll see that all the reviews are very negative. So my point here is that you really need to be wary and do your research before you buy early access and Kickstarter games, or even before you put your own game on early access or Kickstarter platforms, because, you know, you don't know what's gonna happen. You could get burned out and just not want to do the project anymore, and then you'll have a horde of angry people who gave their money to you. So, you know, do your research, really think about if it's the right thing for you as a consumer and as a game developer. And yeah, so I think that's about it for today. The game in the background is Secrets of Raetikon, which I'll be editing into a full playthrough, which should be pretty interesting because I'm going to be doing my first post-recording commentary, which is opposed to commentating the game while I play it, which is what I've been doing thus far. So it should be interesting. It's gonna take a different kind of approach, I suppose. But it should be interesting, and I look forward to you letting me know what you think about it. So thanks for watching and listening to this vlog podcast thing, and I will see you here again in 2 weeks.